guys, it's Peter and her ice cream bar. So today I thought I would jump into character development video with Mene. I always think it's interesting to look at like how being in the ball joint doll hobby has like affected my characters and how being a sculpt has affected the characters. So yeah. Mene! I'm actually working on his wig right now, which is why he has all this beautiful plastic and a wig cap on. So hopefully today or tomorrow, no, not today, but tomorrow maybe I'll actually be putting his wig together. How exciting! Anyway, I guess the first thing you guys need to know about Mene is that when I got him, he was definitely not this character. He was definitely a different character entirely. I think I mentioned in his little intro video that he was actually bought to be the sculpt, or to be the character October, which is from Daichi's original backstory, the one with the sex monsters, and that did not happen. See, what I thought was going to happen was, at the time, a lot of people were getting sleeping sculpts and putting the eyes like way up high in the eye well so you could only see a little bit of the eyeball, and they had very archy eyebrows and they just looked like this all the time, like I'm so much better than you and my eyes aren't open all the way. It was an interesting time. I loved that look, and I really wanted a sculpt that looked like that, and I thought it would be perfect for the character of October. Of course, I got this head. This, just quick comparison, is Daichi's head in comparison, and October was supposed to be Daichi's lover, and this head shape thing, it just was not, it is very dramatic now, I feel like, because Mene has a way different face up, but yeah, these two, they didn't go together like I thought they would. I'm not gonna get into whole realism versus stylized because I already made a whole video about that once, but at the time it just was not working for me. So this sculpt had to have a new place. And I decided to mod it because I was really into modifications at the time. I opened its eyes and I went ahead and I put a face up on it. And that just became Mene. I mean, that became Mene so much I didn't change that face up for like 8 years. Mene's original backstory became kind of a thing about serial killers, and that's where his name came from. And the people I was talking to about ball joint dolls at the time were looking and learning and just were offended, basically. At the time, I was a teenager and I was like, oh my gosh, you guys are stifling my creativity. Why can't I name my characters after serial killers? And, you know, hindsight is 20/20. Now I'm like, oh, poor choices made. So I did eventually scrap that backstory entirely. For a long time he had like portions of that backstory, but yeah, it just kind of went away. The thing about Mene was that he was a very visual doll for me, and he's always been in black, white, and sometimes gray. And then he obviously had the clock face eye, which I don't know where it is right now, as well as an eye that was so dark blue it looked black, and then that long black wig and the white skin. Very visual, and I feel like he had a personality, so when he didn't really have much of a backstory, it didn't bother me too much. Then of course I went away to college and my dolls weren't around me all the time, and I felt like, okay, I can't enjoy them visually, but I can enjoy them and their characters through, you know, writing and character development and things like that. That's when I decided to try and turn Mene into more of a character again, instead of just having a personality. He was always a very mysterious kind of person. It took me a long time to learn about him, if that is not a really weird thing to say about a character you created yourself. And in a strange way, I actually didn't learn much about him from his own sculpt, from like working with this sculpt. I think, you know, obviously I didn't work with this sculpt as much as some of my other ones, but I still think it's interesting that the way I learned about Mene was through development of Casper and through development of Io, which, if you haven't seen the laugh videos that I've made, they're kind of like character videos, but for the world that my dolls live in. So through development of Io and development of Casper is actually how I ended up learning more about Mene. It's like being part of the hobby and being in ball joint doll form definitely helped develop his character, but not in the most direct way. It's just like creatively, you never know how things are gonna come together. So I guess that's all I wanted to say about his character development with his sculpt and everything. I am going to just turn right over and start filming a backstory video, so I will see you guys in a minute. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye!